Hi, everybody. It's Alex Jarett with Technology Executives Club. I'm happy to be with my good friend, Richard Doran, who's the founder and president of Sierra ITS. Hi, Richard. How are you?
Hey, Alex, great to see you again.
Great to see you. And today we're going to talk about upskilling your employees, a retention play. And before we get into it, just a real quick note for everybody. Watch this video and all of our video interviews at technologyexecutivesclub.com. So let's get started. Richard, I'm really excited about this topic, upskilling your employees, our retention play. As it turns out, one of our CIO members recently sent me a note and said, "Hey, do you know anybody that's doing upskilling in the AI space?" And I said, "Why? What's the issue?" He says, "Not only do I have my technical team needs upskilling, but we have all these executives that need upskilling too, and these middle managers. So this is a great topic. So you must be seeing this a lot and hearing about this a lot. How did you come up with this topic?"
You know, Alex, as we talk to technology leadership, business leadership, there's a common theme, and it's AI and how is AI implemented into the organization.
Yeah.
And it's new, it's bleeding edge, and there's some people who will adapt, and there's others who won't, just like the internet bubble. What I have found, and what we've found through interacting with our various companies that we work with,
Yeah.
is upskilling is how companies prove they value potential as much as performance.
What do you
Because
mean by that? To the
you know,
employee? Is that what you're talking about?
yeah, if you're going to retain an employee, you've got to show that there's value to them to be there. And a way to do that is if someone doesn't have the skill set to perform the next project or
Yeah.
hit the next mark, you've got to upskill. And one way of retaining talent through this technology and business transformation migration, which is
Yeah.
AI,
Yeah.
is upskilling. And companies will prove they value potential as much as they value performance by investing in their employees.
That makes a lot of sense.
At the end of the day, if a company is not going to invest in their employees and the employee is really good at what they do, they're going to find it elsewhere. When people see a path forward, they stop searching for opportunity elsewhere because they can get the value by working with people they know, like, and trust, and work on fun and exciting projects and enhance their careers.
I see what you're saying. So people want to know that their career is getting better, not just, "Hey, I'm in this job, who cares?" Right? It's
Right.
more about helping them with their career.
Yeah, Alex, learning is the new loyalty
Oh,
because employees stay where they grow. Continuous learning signals a company is willing to invest in their employees. And let's be honest, there's
yeah.
a lot of opportunity out there for individuals who have the ability to grow and scale. Our clients are always looking for individuals who have the latest and the greatest skill set, but they
Yes.
also want to see, how can I use my really talented internal folks who have the business knowledge of the organization,
Yeah.
and how can I grow them? And as I said, learning is the new loyalty.
That makes so much sense. Do you remember when the PCs first came out? I was at Deloitte, a consultant back then. And there were a couple people that really embraced the PC, and they ended up becoming managers and moving up. It's the same kind of thing, like you said. We had the cell phone, the internet, and now AI.
The cycle
And
repeats.
yeah, and I think everybody's recognizing this is a big one.
Yeah. This
Yeah,
is a big one, and it's a fast one.
yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So when you say learning is the new loyalty, I get it. It creates the new loyalty.
And
Yeah,
then upskilling builds resilience, because you want to keep your best employees because they have so much innate organizational and business and technology knowledge. The technology shifts are going to be faster, and building that muscle of skill building keeps teams adaptable and then cuts down on turnover and layoffs.
yeah, that makes sense. Plus, as you were just saying, they know the company. It's in their head. You want to retain that because getting that out of their heads into a system is Really difficult.
Yes, and not only that, Alex, but when you have to bring a new person on board, how long does it take for that individual to understand culture, tech
Yes,
stack, uh,
yes,
the business challenges and the business goals? There's always a mix of bringing in new talent and keeping the talent that you choose to have on your staff engaged. And that is through learning and valuing people through upskilling.
totally
And
makes
then
sense.
the third point is I think about culture a lot. As I talk to business leaders and technology leaders, culture defines the organization
Yeah,
and it also
yeah,
defines turnover. When upskilling isn't baked into the culture, there's lack of mentorship. If you don't have stretch projects and if you don't have true career mobility, it's just another company that is languishing in mediocrity.
God, especially if you're like remote or half remote, if those relationships aren't there, we're missing out on the water cooler relationships.
Yep.
I think this makes a lot of sense. So you're saying this is a really good way to keep people is to start building the culture of growth and the culture of helping these people grow and by consistently educating them, consistently reskilling them.
Yeah. And Alex, I'll give you an example. We work
Yeah.
with a mid-sized manufacturing firm, and they were losing a certain amount of people every year to larger organizations. And the first thing, the knee-jerk reaction was, well, we got to match salaries.
Yeah.
So they matched salaries. They still had turnover.
Yeah.
And then we had a discussion about upskilling and retention.
Yeah.
And so they launched an internal AI and data literacy program.
Oh,
And as that caught hold, analysts were able to leverage themselves up into data engineers. Project coordinators were able to move themselves into project managers. Technology folks moved up the ladder, and productivity jumped, retention went up big time, and they solved their problem through upskilling.
that's a great story. Is this a standard framework that you say, here's what everybody should do, or is this something that you could adapt to every client?
You know, Alex, of course, there's a framework, but each individual organization has different inputs. So we fine tune our approach based upon the organization. And I'd be more than happy to share it with individuals who are struggling with this problem now, because there's definitely a solution and we've got some keys to the knowledge.
That's great. Again, like I said in the beginning of this is a really big issue. So we appreciate you bringing these insights to light for the community and also the offer that if anybody is interested in this topic, just get a hold of Richard over at Sierra ITS and talk to them about how you can start upskilling your own employees as a basis for having a really high retention rate.
Alex, I'd love to help out organizations. So if there's a need out there, I'd be more than happy to have a conversation.
Well, we appreciate that. Great job today. Really good insights. And thanks for being on the show today, Richard.
Thanks, Alex.